Hey y'all, hey, it's C. Thanks for coming to chat with me. And we are here for the Monday meetup, which we don't go live every Monday. When we go live, is usually a trip announcement. And this is our last trip announcement of 2024. So get in here, see where we're going. And I think there's a bit of a plot twist for this one. So come on in here. Let's get comfortable. My apologies for being late. I have not, I guess, used StreamYard in a while. And I came in and StreamYard has all kind of new bells and whistles. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for it at all. But yeah, hello everyone. My name is Carlene, solo traveler, 31 cruises, in 36 countries. So here to chat about the content that I release, and then I usually make a trip announcement. There is a trip announcement today, and we're going to talk about what's on the naughty and nice travel list. So as I'm kind of doing introductions and hello, start making your list of who was on the naughty list, who was on the nice list in regards to travel this year, and we'll get into some of your comments. All right, so first in here we have Desiree. She's saying, hey, Carlene in chat. Welcome in, Desiree. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a channel member. And so yeah, this year has been pretty, I guess, busy. It's been a good one. I am one that I'm kind of like, if you made it to the end of the year, if you're here, it's a good year. And so we had a lot of adventures together over this the last 12 months, wrapping it up. We did cruises, we did land-based travels. Who else we got in here? Monet to the T saying happy holidays, Monet to the T. Thanks for coming in. So we'll get into, we got Nadine. Oh, I haven't seen this name in a while. Hey, Nadine Bell, welcome in. She said, hey, Carlene and everyone in the chat. Merry holidays, everyone. Yes, I love this time of year. I definitely love this time of year. I had 3 items on my to-do list for work today. I don't know how it still took me all day to get through it, but I had only 3 items of work, and I closed that laptop at around 4:30 or so, and I was like, I'm done. I threw my hands up like, whatever it is, it'll just have to wait until next year, whenever I return. Who else we got in here? But I love this time of year. I love the slow pace. I love the time to kind of reflect. I love the time to just sit and do nothing. So yeah, I'm excited to finally kick off this holiday week. The President of the United States gave us federal workers tomorrow off, which was a very pleasant treat. He gave us tomorrow off, and we got a 2.2% raise. Whew, hallelujah. So this has definitely been a great start to the holiday season. I just now need to pack. Who else we have? We have Liam saying, hey, Captain C and Mary in chat, and Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas. Do y'all still do the shopping thing? I know my family has stopped the shopping. What is it? We like 2008-ish, whenever that recession was going on, we stopped doing the shopping, and it's kind of stuck with us since. Like, we never got back into buying a whole bunch of gifts. Our biggest thing now is dinner. So usually on New Year's Eve, we do like a family dinner of some sort. And even this year, I haven't heard yet where the family dinner plans are. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I guess everybody's just that exhausted that they just want a little time to themselves. Who else you got here? Sydney Stephens is in here saying, hey, happy holidays, C in chat. Yes, happy holidays, Miss Sydney. And it's been great looking at your Odyssey of the Seas content that you've been posting. I didn't realize Odyssey was that big of a ship. Like, I think I've seen it before in person, but I didn't realize they had like the solarium and all those other kind of accoutrements of the Oasis class, just without the split, I guess, what is it called? Central Park area. So cool to see your footage. Miss Bree Brizzle's in here saying, hey, Carlene, love that lip color on you, girl. Miss Bree Brizzle. Hey, Carlene. Hey, chat. And happy holidays, everyone. Yes, happy holidays. Your favorite couples in the building saying, hey, Carlene, chat, happy holidays. Who else we got here? Marilyn Mel Tibbs, welcome in and saying hello, everyone, and happy holidays. Sig the Solo Cruiser is here. And if you have not heard, Sig and I have teamed up with the Jen Danielle Experience to do a group cruise. So I'll make sure I plug that before we get out of here. But June 2026, if you're interested in Celebrity Reflection, let us know. But while y'all are all in here, the topic this evening is, what is your naughty list? What is your nice list that is travel related? and then we will get into what the trip announcement is. So what are some things that like knocked your socks off? What were some of the things travel related that you were kind of like, I could have done without that? Or no thank you, or I will never try that again. I actually got this idea when I was on Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady. So some of you know that there was a travel agent 2-day sailing on Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady. I was able to go. I was invited to attend that. So I went, and they had this like talk with some of their leadership on Virgin, and they did like it was like right before Thanksgiving or so. So they talked about like what they were on the naughty list for. And of course, they mentioned like they acknowledge their issues with technology because, as you know, Virgin's apps are like a nightmare to try to work with. Their dining experiences, trying to book those is like the Hunger Games. So when they were talking about like what was on their naughty list, what they were on the naughty list for, I was like, oh, maybe my final, live of the year, I'll have a travel related naughty and nice list. But I'll let you all get the party started. Who was naughty? Who was nice in the travel streets this year? Sig says, hello, everyone, and Merry Christmas to all. Yes. Sydney says, thank you. It was great. Exactly. Oasis without the boardwalk and Central Park, but about 4,200 passengers. She's talking about Odyssey of the Seas that she was selling on, which is, I think it's coming out of Bayonne, right? So that's good to know. I have another big ship option right up the street in Bayonne. We have some new names. Wait. I'm gonna go back up, but hey, Jaden0428, welcome in. I think that's a new name. First time seeing you in here. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by and get to chat. And don't feel, what is it? Don't feel nervous. Just let us know who was on the naughty list, who was on the nice list. Maybe the nice list is easier to start with. Something positive. Gina's World is in the building. Hey, Gina's World. I was looking at your post about your Haitian holiday party because I was interested in hearing what the music is like. It was interesting on Labadee. They actually had a live band that was Haitian and playing similar music. So it was cool they brought in some of the culture onto Labadee. Speaking of everyone, Team Reese in the building. Welcome in, Team Reese. And Crazy Homebody Girl is here. So yeah, this year I would say, I'm trying to think. I know I did like 10 or 11 cruises this year, a couple of land-based trips. In regards to like the naughty list and the nice list, I'm trying to think. I will probably let's start with the nice list. It's a little easier to do the nice list, I think. So I'm gonna start with let's see. I will start with Carnival Jubilee. Was kind of cool, even though I know all of the Excel class. That's the Excel class, right? Ships are all the same. I love the like Texas flair that Carnival Jubilee had. Particularly, I was able to sail out of them in May, coming out of Galveston, and it was cool that they like really took the feedback from each sailing or each other ship and made that one like its own thing, and it had some enhanced seating areas. So like I was like, okay, that I will add that to the nice list. I will also put Delta Airlines. Now, I know some of y'all are kind of like, I don't know what that global glitch situation. Delta deserves to be on the naughty list. However, for me, I have them on the nice list because for some reason, magically, I got like an upgrade and with Delta like in the middle of the year, which kind of bumped up status. So that was helpful whenever I went to Mexico City, which those vlogs came out. Or what was that, in like June, July-ish. I'm trying to think, did I have like a terrible experience this year? I'm not sure. Or it'll come to me later, but I don't think. Oh, I'll put the passengers of the MSC Seashore on the naughty list for this year. That was a 3-day sailing. I have not pushed those vlogs out. I have so much content that I still have to get out that I haven't been able to get through. But if you all remember the MSC Seashore, that was August, and that sailing had like a lot of, it was MSC did better with like just their overall programming, but for some reason that last day, those sailors like totally lost their minds. So it was a lady had attacked the comedian. It was people hanging off the side of their balconies and twerking. So yeah, that was an interesting one for sure. So yeah, let me know in the chat who was on your naughty list, who was on nice list. We're going to kind of let's go through the months and talk about just some of the travels that you might have experienced, some of the travels that I experienced. And of course, whenever there's a Monday meetup, we do a trip announcement. So we have a trip announcement, but there's an added bonus to this trip announcement of the year. And as you all know, I don't go live every Monday, but I just go live whenever there is a trip announcement or if we are couch cruising. Hopefully my internet is stable. I'm getting a naughty list message. So let's see. Let's take it all the way back to since it's our last live of the year. I'm sorry, my phone is my laptop is saying I'm not getting a great service. So I'm gonna try to take some of my phones off of the Wi-Fi. But let's go back, way back to January 2024, right? We were all excited about what the new year had in store for us. And many of you all were January. I actually took a pause at the beginning of 2024. I didn't take my first cruise until I think the middle of February. However, a lot of you were on a cruise in January and y'all were on the Icon of the Seas. Either some of you all did preview sailing like MH Family Adventures, or some of you were on there just as, you know, pay the full price to get the preview. I know Sig was on, Team Reefs was on. I know Parkers in the Go was on. It was the Icon of the Seas, and I was at home. However, in January, I brought to you all couch cruising, which was the concept of it's more people who are at home kind of enjoying the content versus being on the ship. And that was a wonderful dynamic experience. So thank you to all of you all who tuned in for couch cruising. I remember Alicia, she was giving us like some content of the guy on the elevator. So yeah, that was kind of cool. That kicked off kind of like my flow of getting into doing more live streaming. It was well received, over like 72 subscribers on that first day of couch cruising. So a big thank you to all you all from Icon of the Seas who were funneling content to me at home. And so that's kind of what our strong start for the year, even though we weren't on a cruise ship. And hello, MH Family Adventures, saying hello, Carlene, everyone in the chat. Crazy Homebody Girl says, I remember you mentioning the C's, what's the CS? Virgin Voyages. When you put them on your naughty list, what's CS? Crazy Homebody Girl, let me know. What's CS? CS. I don't know what the CS is. Let me know and I can fix it, or I can answer your question. But thank you for that question. Or CEOs, I'm not sure. But so yeah, that was a kickoff for January. That's how we started the year. Then on to, oh, I see it now. Thank you, Crazy Homebody Girl. She says, so yes, we're talking about going through the year, talking about all the great adventures of the year, but also talking about who you put on the naughty list and the nice list for this year. And so Crazy Homebody Girl says, I remember you mentioned the customer service on Virgin Voyages. Would you put customer service of Virgin Voyages on the naughty list or the nice list? I would put customer service for Virgin Voyages on the naughty list. It is, for me, not one of their areas of strength. Like if you go visit guest services, if you call Virgin Voyages, very pleasant people who are trying to help you. I remember calling them for a client. I was in my kitchen and for some reason the phone disconnected. The person called me right back. Great customer service on the phone. However, and great like CEOs and leadership who are just down to earth. When I was on the Resilient Lady preview sailing, they're selling for travel agents. Their like CEOs were just like walking around, or their senior leadership was just walking around, having conversations, chuckling up with people, busting jokes. However, like if you go to guest services on Virgin Voyages, you don't leave with like a warm and fuzzy feeling. It's kind of like you are inconveniencing them. So I would definitely put, I think that the customer service has a little bit of refining that needs to be done on Virgin, particularly those individuals who are at the sailor services desk could just, have a little warmer spirit, could go above and beyond. So that's kind of my assessment on that one. And thank you for that first question, Crazy Homebody Girl. Much appreciated. let's get back into the chat. So Liam's having fun says, the Celebrity Beyond was on the nice list. I can totally see that. Beyond is a ship that I want to get on. I've been watching a lot of PETA from My Cruising Family, as well as Team Reese Travels videos from the Celebrity Beyond sailing that they did in, was that October? I think that was October. And it looks very much like the Ascent. Ascent is still my favorite ship from Celebrity. So yeah, I definitely would agree. It looks like Celebrity Beyond can stay on the nice list for sure. Sydney Steffen says Celebrity Edge and Odyssey were nice, but JetBlue was naughty, and Alaska Air was nice and saved the day, but at a naughty price. Yes. So let's talk about, I guess, fast forward really quickly. I know we're going to skip February. We'll come back, but we'll fast forward to July 2024, the day I never would have thought. And Miss Sydney, you were in this too, and you caught it both ways, Miss Sydney. But that global glitch of July 2024, where literally about, I know it was Delta because I caught Delta, but it was basically every airline minus Southwest and Spirit, I believe, were pretty much grounded due to the CrowdStrike glitch of some sort. And it was interesting. I remember I was on Celebrity Edge. We were on Melanin at Sea with Sydney Steffen. And I remember we were up late because it was like the last night, and a few of us were up on the, what's that thing called? On the Edge. That orange thing, is it called the Edge? I think that's what it's called. It's blanket for some reason. We were just up talking. We weren't ready to go home. We were enjoying each other's company. And I got a message from my phone basically saying, like, this glitch had happened, and, airplanes or airports were impacted throughout, the evening or the day. It had started like that Thursday, and now it's Saturday. So I was like, okay, it's 2:00 in the morning. My flight's not home until 4. Surely everything will be okay by then. And nope. It wasn't. That was the first time ever, literally, like having like travel instincts kick in. So I was on Delta Airlines because we were in Seattle. Melanin at Sea, left out of Seattle, so I had to get from Seattle all the way back home here in Washington D.C. And literally, I got to the airport. People were kind of just sprawled all over the place. I decided to go to a restaurant across the street because if you've ever been to Seattle's airport, and I'm also kind of noticing this more about airports, like airports aren't great places to be until you can get past security. And I don't know why I just like found that out, but like I noticed that from one of my home airports, Dulles, like it just sucks before security. It's like 3 benches, nowhere to sit. But Seattle's airport is pretty much like that too. So people were just like sprawled out everywhere. So I went across the street to this restaurant. I'm watching my flights get delayed. And then finally I went to the Delta counter. And literally the guy was kind of like, man, whatever you can find on the app is going to be faster than even him. He was on the phone with headquarters in Atlanta. He was on the phone with like people in Atlanta, but he was like, whatever you can find on your phone is going to be faster than like being on the phone with them. So that's a tip. Use the app. Use the app. Like as soon as you learn about a travel delay, a flight cancellation, just try to get a seat somewhere through the app on your phone. So I was just kind of like, okay, if you can just get me to the middle of the country, I can do whatever I need to do to get home. So he was like, well, I think my choice at the time were like, he can get me to Las Vegas, which I'm like, sir, this is not getting me anywhere closer to the East Coast. I think like Memphis maybe, and then it was like Detroit. And so I was like, well, give me to Detroit, because I knew like my boyfriend in high school or was at college used to go to Bowling Green State. Detroit's like an 8-hour ride from like there. So I was like, get me to Detroit and I can get like either drive home, fly home, or something, train home. So I was up in the air, got myself to Detroit. Then it was like all about coordinating to get to DC. And then basically at that point, I was like, whatever was available to get me on the East Coast. I'm like, you can give me anywhere between New York and North Carolina. Again, I can figure it out. So that was just a wild travel day. I luckily was able to get home within the day. I think I only was like a total of 10 hours total delayed. But I do know people who were stuck in like Seattle for like days. I think Rich and Jazz was stuck for like 3 days. I know some other people were stuck for at least 1 day. So yeah, we all remember the global glitch of 2024. And if it didn't teach us anything, it was like, figure out how to maximize your option. But it was really one of those issues, like situations that like taught you how to like travel, like how to like really, rough it when everything is going wrong and like troubleshoot to make sure that you get where you need to go. But anywho, Sydney's like, JetBlue is naughty because I think y'all were delayed, right, out of New York trying to get to Seattle. But Alaska Airlines was one of the places, or one of the airlines that didn't have any issues. However, because they're one of the only airplane, or was it air companies, travel companies, I'm losing my thoughts, aviation companies that were actually flying, them and Southwest, they were charging like a buttload of money to get from Seattle back home. So yes, we will never forget that day. I want to say like, what was it, July 19th? July 18th or 19th, 2025, 2024, excuse me, I'm already in 2025, was a hell of a day to be a traveler. And one second, I gotta turn my Bluetooth off so I can stop getting messages. All right, let's get back into the chat really quickly. All right, who else we got? MH Family Venture says she loved couch cruising. Yes, and I totally forgot to couch cruise Sun Princess, because I was just sitting here earlier thinking like, I have not couch cruised in so long. Like, we haven't had a new ship. And literally like trying to wrap up 2024, I totally and get myself ready to get on, which is something else that happened in 2024. I think that was Regent Seven Seas, and just get my life together. I totally missed Sun Princess couch cruising for that. But the good news is there are like, I think they said there's so many ships that are like rolling out between now. I think I want to say like in the teens of ships that are rolling out somewhere between like now and 2027 or 2029. So there will be a lot of opportunities to couch cruise for sure. But I'm happy y'all enjoyed it. And I also, again, thank y'all. Like Team Reese got me an exclusive of like the accident that happened on St. Kitts during excursion, during Icon's inaugural sailing. So like y'all really are the people that kind of make couch cruising a thing. So thank you so much. Who else we got here? Keisha H. Hey, Keisha girl. Welcome in. Keisha H, I was asking, seeing where you were on, when I was on Independence of the Seas, because I had spilled some wine. I was like, Keisha is going to be for sure like picking up on this. Parker's on the phone saying, hey fam, Merry Christmas, Parker's on the go. So good to see y'all in here. Hopefully y'all are staying warm. I don't know if it's a cold snap like it's up here, but it's cold in DC. So hopefully y'all are warm in North Carolina, and hopefully y'all have all of those extra, some last minute shopping that had to be done. I think when I watched y'all live last week. So hopefully that's done by now. Liam says, I wouldn't put Delta on the naughty list for the computer glitch, even though I had to catch Spirit at the last minute due to them canceling my flight while I was at the airport, but it wasn't their fault. Yeah. And I don't put Delta on the naughty list for the global glitch at all. Delta is really like one of my preferred airlines. That's the thing. I'm thinking about cruise lines, but airlines. I really appreciate their service. I will say like their service has changed slightly, but usually whenever I'm looking for a flight out of DC, I'm starting with either American or Delta and seeing what they have and making my decision from there. And then again, randomly throughout in the 2024, they pinged me and were like, they gave me some sort of status. I don't know how I earned it, but I was grateful for that. But yeah, that it's just one of those things that like these glitches happen from time to time, and it's all about like how do you navigate around it. And I will say, if you're ever caught in something like that glitch, just try to use the app, because literally, because waiting for customer service, you're literally seeing the same. They're basically seeing the same things that you see on the app on their computer. And then the customer service agents, literally, they only can see things again on their computers. So whatever you see in the app really is what they're looking at. So you might as well be the first to grab at those. And I learned my lesson from I was headed to Cancun one time for a wedding, and somehow it was strange. We pulled out, like, we pushed back from the airport from DCA 10 minutes early. And all of a sudden it was like a ground stop because they said some like VIPs were in the area. And then I think they were just trying to get them out of the sky, because then all of a sudden it just started raining really bad. After the rain cleared up, it was kind of like, okay, we can go. But then we basically the whole plane missed our connections. And on my phone, like, I saw, like, go ahead and change your flight now. But I was kind of like, oh, I'll wait. It'll get resolved when I get in Atlanta. And literally, I could have caught a connection that day, but waiting until I got to Atlanta to like talk to a gate agent, I could not get on anything until I missed one day of being in Cancun. So all that to say, if you can snag a seat on the app, do it. Do it. So yeah. Who else we got in here? Keisha said, hey to Jaden. Yes, welcome in, Jaden. Team Reed says, MSC Magnifica is on my nice list, but MSC and Must Food and Mustard Drill are still on the naughty list. Yeah. And MSC was one that I will say they're trying to inch towards the nice list. I think I was on MSC Seashore, and I believe like Parker's on the Go was it the Magnifica at the same time? And all of a sudden, like, MSC staff were friendly. The food had gotten better. They had, of course, Reverend Dr. E, which was a Carnival, what is it called? Former cruise director from Carnival was on board. So MSC is trying. I don't know if there's a trying list. I don't know if Santa takes a trying list or not. And that mustard drill went away. So at least when I was on Seashore, we just had to, I think, call and then get down to where your what is it called? I think you might have had to scan your pass or whatever, but it wasn't as hectic. Whatever it was, they took one step out of it to make it better. But yeah, their food and their mushroom drill can be on the naughty list for sure. But it seems like, I would say, MSC is going to be one to watch in 2025. I know all eyes are on the World America rolling out. I have my eyes on World America. So it's going to be interesting. But I had a pretty pleasant experience on Seashore, and it was pleasant to the point that, like, I was like, whoa, like, this is different. Because if y'all know, if you sell MSC like 2023-ish, they weren't really known for being pleasant. So who else we got? The magic carpet. Yes, that's the thing. The magic carpet. Yeah, we were hanging out on magic carpet the evening of the glitch, and we were just like, oh yeah, it's some delays going on, but we'll be fine. And nope, we weren't fine. So welcome in, 31 people. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, See It With C. I do a lot of solo travel, particularly cruising. And today's a Monday meetup where I don't go live every Monday, but when I go live, there's usually a trip announcement. So I am announcing my last trip with a bonus of the year. But we're kind of going through the comments, talking about who was on the naughty list, who was on the nice list, since, this is the spirit of Christmas this year in relation to travel. Okay. Jadis has thanks for stopping by. Keisha H says, Delta glitch messed folks up for real. Yes. And I will also say that glitch was kind of one of them situations where, like, travel insurance, I will say for sure, covered a lot of things. And the glitch, it just taught me how to be like a better traveler. And sometimes you get taught how to be a better traveler when, like, a lot of stuff happens. So, like, that was the first time for Global Glitch that I actually had to file a claim. And I did a short about it because the claims, y'all would think it's straightforward. Like, okay, I spent my receipt. Here's my receipts for this. Give me my money back. And it's like, no, you have to have all of these emails. Like, you have to have the email from when the airline said that they weren't, that your flight was actually canceled, that they didn't give you any compensation for it. Like, I had to have 5 pieces of information I just so happened to have still in my email when I was thinking, like, oh, I have travel insurance. Only thing I need to do is give them, like, keep my receipts, give them a copy of my receipts. And when I did the whole process through Travel Guard, which I have an annual plan through Travel Guard, so that it even taught me that like my annual plan isn't like enough. Like my annual plan probably will cover me for like one major like trip. Luckily I have a couple of credit cards that have a higher limit for cancellations and delays, but it taught me a lot. So I would say, like, I know sometimes, you know, when things happen when you're traveling, it's an inconvenience, but those are like when you get show, like those will show you like what you're made of as a traveler, because you end up learning stuff that you just wouldn't even think of. Liam says, I will put my job on the naughty list. Liam, leave them people alone for not giving me time to go off on a cruise. I went anyways, and I don't work for them anymore. I know that's right, Liam. Leave. Yeah, I think a lot of us who work full time can put our jobs on the naughty list for not letting us just travel whenever we want to. And shout out to those companies. I mean, I work for the federal government, so I don't think that will ever be a full, a perk of like having unlimited paid time off. But I was DMing somebody recently, and she was saying like I had put up one of those posts about like, here's how to maximize your PTO. And she responded, and she was just like, yeah, like my job we have unlimited PTO. And I'm like, what? Like, that's cool. I also know Oracle has unlimited PTO, but sometimes the balance is like you have to work crazy hours. But listen, if I ever find unlimited PTO somewhere, it's on and popping, because I will be all up and down these ships as long as I had some good internet. But shout out to you, Liam, for giving that job an ultimatum. You said it's either going to be me or this cruise, or y'all or this cruise, and you chose them. So kudos. And Liam got another job. So for those of you all who have those YOLO moments, like, you know what, I don't know. That's kind of how I felt with the 10-day cruise that I won. When I won that cruise on Regent Seven Seas, I was like, look, I had already told the people in Regent, yes, I would go, before I had even requested my PTO. If they had told me no for work, it was going to either just be pay without leave or something, or leave without pay. But I was going. So you only live once. Hey, my cruising family, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Folks are talking to each other, and folks are saying happy Christmas week. Yes, it's a wonderful week. Folks are Margaret Logan, welcome in, Margaret. You just got off a cruise, saying good evening, everyone. Happy new week. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Oh, who we got in here? My favorite menace. Travel Yes We See. I was watching your videos that have started coming out, and I'm loving the new vlog style. I had a good chuckle. So welcome in, Travel Yes, 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 also known as Travel Yes We See. And it's Scarlet Night. Yeah, because I just watched your vlog. You got off of Allure and you were walking the Miami port, which is cool to know that it's walkable. I didn't really know if you could go from one end to the other. But walk from Allure to hop on Virgin Voyages. So yes, thanks for popping in for sure. Keisha A says, taught a bit of patience too. Listen, patience. It taught that Global Glitch taught me like how much a smile can go. Because I will say I can be very impatient. But it was just really one of them shenanigans. It was shenanigans. It was really one of them situations that it was kind of like me getting mad or upset was not going to help anything. And like, it just, I mean, I had my work computer with me, just so I was just kind of like, I had backup money. It was just like, I was in a position, I know that like sometimes like that could really have thrown somebody way off and put people in a predicament. But it was kind of like, well, if they can't get me on a flight, I'm going to probably take a nap and figure this out later. But like yelling at the people wasn't going to do it. Cussing at the people wasn't going to do it. Getting frustrated wasn't going to do it. It was literally just hitting refresh on my phone. And as soon as the guy got me that one seat on a flight to Detroit, I just basically refreshed my phone the whole flight using Delta's free Wi-Fi. And then about an hour into my flight, I got a flight was supposed to be Detroit to Nashville or Detroit to Memphis, whatever BNA is. I think BNA was the airport code. And that one was have taken me from Memphis to my DCA, to my home airport. Well, at least I got in that seat. However, that seat ended up getting canceled. So my next hack was I have lounge access. So instead of me waiting in the lines, when I got to Detroit and I was sitting there, first I got in the lounge, I went to sleep. I just conked out. I had been up for over 24 hours. I just went to sleep. And I put a reminder on for when I had to wake up. When I woke up, I noticed that my flight to Memphis kept getting pushed back. And I'm like, it's about to get canceled. So if you ever have lounge access, or if you are in a predicament, like in a pickle like that, try to just go buy a day pass and get the day pass early before all the planes start coming in, because then the lounges get packed to the point that they won't let nobody else in. So if you're in a pickle and all the lines are crazy, see if you can actually get into like a lounge, try to buy a day pass, because the lounge lines, they have access to computers that can do the same thing. So what would have been a line of 30 to 50 people outside at the gate was a line of like 7 or 8 and a little bit of patience. So that's another tip for you all if you're ever stuck in a pickle with traveling. And it kind of makes sense to go ahead and buy that day pass, because if you're stuck in the airport that long, you're probably going to end up spending that much money at a restaurant. So you may as well have access to good customer service, and then all the food and drinks in the lounge yourself, and then more comfortable seating. Travel Yes We See says, don't know what the topic is. Travel Yes We See. So the topic this evening, before I make the trip announcement, is we are, wrapping up 2024 and talking about who is on the naughty list and who is on the nice list for travel this year. And it can be cruise related. It could be just regular travel, whatever. Travel Yes We See says, the naughty is my toilet breaking down every day on Allure, which I heard you mention that, and I heard MH Family Adventures was mentioning Allure is really showing her age. I know she's going into dry dock. But I wanted to get on Allure of the Seas before she heads to dry dock, because I wanted to see like Sabor and what the old ship was given before she gets the facelift and basically comes out looking like same as Utopia of the Seas. So Travel Yes We See put on the nice list. They're putting pizza on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander, which Islander right now has some sort of promo going on. I got an email, I think, saying that they have some like $2.99 deals or something like that, and then you can buy some sort of travel certificate. So if you're interested in getting on Islander, I sat when I was getting my nails done, and I was pricing it. And I think I'm seeing, maybe it doesn't blow anyone's socks off. Like, I don't know. It was like 900, 700, 900. They have some deals for Islander. So if anybody's interested in getting on Islander for some 4 and 5 day sailings, they look like they're running some promos. They call it a flash sale. Now, I'm not really sure if it's truly a flash sale, but don't write them off. And I will actually put Margaritaville Islander on the nice list for with that upgrade. I have not got on that ship, but it kind of looks like it's, it's much enhanced and way better than the initial one. So kudos for them for breaking out into, a new cruise line or a new cruise ship. Sydney Steffen says, canceled after 5 hours on and off the plane waiting for another crew. Yeah. JetBlue has a pretty bad, on-time rate in general. It's not one of my preferred airlines, but sometimes, like I know when I was looking at, for a period, I was looking at getting on, Melon at Sea, when I was debating if I was doing Melon at Sea, whatever the next one's on March. I initially was looking at flights, and they had like a straight flight out of DC to San Juan for like $300. So I would have hopped on JetBlue for that. But they're not one of my preferred airlines due to like its on-time rates, and just I don't really have a super comfortable experience. Cool beans, thanks for popping in. Travel Yes We See. Folks saying couch cruising was fun. Yes, we got to bring it back. I got to watch and see what our new ships are coming out so I can make sure I do couch cruising again. I'm always feeling something. Keisha H. Crazy Homebody Girl says, I would put Homewood Suites by Hilton on the naughty list. had a staycation there back in May and not a good experience. Ooh, what location was that Homewood Suites? In? Is this in general? I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever stayed at Homewood Suites, or maybe like once or twice. But which location, so we know to stay away from Homewood Suites in that location, particularly if it's at a cruise port. Let us know, crazy homebody girl. Nadine Bell says NYC's 24 degrees now, started at about 12 this morning. Yes, and it's so wild because my house is over 100 years old. It's been fully gutted, renovated before I purchased it. And this is the time of year that I have to watch for pipes freezing. So last night I got in bed really early. I was like, ooh, I don't got nothing to do. Get in bed. And I literally woke up, and it was kind of like one of those happenstance, like somebody had like slammed their car door outside. And as soon as they slammed their car door, I was like, oh, I didn't drip the pipes. So it was like one of those situations that was like divine intervention, like, girl, wake up and like get these pipes dripping, because I had a bursted pipe like my second year in my home, and it's not a fun experience at all. So yes, all you East Coasters, stay warm. I think it's supposed to warm up, maybe. I don't know. At some point, I'm looking at I think I got a couple more days of a cold snap. I don't even know what my location is. Sorry, it says 27 degrees right now. The low is going to be 17. I need to make sure I start dripping my pipes now. Shoot. So yeah, it's really cold here in DC. Oh, okay. Let's see. Tomorrow it warms up a little bit to 43. So we got one more day of cold here in DC. Chiquita B, hey, welcome in. Says, hey, Carlene, welcome in. Thanks for popping by, Chiquita B. Miss Bree Bristol says, I'm putting Norwegian Cruise Line on the naughty list. They canceled my cruise on the Bliss and announced they are taking Los Lobos out during the dry dock, all during the same week. Dang, Norwegian. And Norwegian's one I have to get back on, because I've now like forgotten what my experience was like on Norwegian. I will put Norwegian Prima's spa area on the nice list. Like, the best spa I have seen at sea is on, I mean, I know people say they ain't like the other parts of the cruise experience for Norwegian, but that spa looked like it was something out of like the Mandarin Oriental, some kind of high-end hotel. So I want to get back on, I think, Norwegian, just to do like spa stuff. Well, one of the newer Norwegian ships, just to do spa stuff. But yeah, I feel like I need to get back on Norwegian so I can like remember all the things. But dang, not the canceled cruise. Keisha H is around, everybody. If you are here, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. I am about 135 subscribers, short of my goal for 2024. So, you know, a lot of you come by if you're watching the replay, and hello, the team replay. Hit that thumbs up and hit the subscribe. It's I have a couple more. I have a bunch of cruise vlogs that need to come out. I think I've gotten all my land-based travel vlogs out. Nope, I have one more Disney World vlog to get out. But I have MSC Seashore I need to crank out. I still have to do Celebrity Edge. I need to finish up Region 7 Seas Grandeur vlogs. And I feel like I'm missing something, but I have at least 3 cruises that I have 3 cruises that I need to get out of my phone. And I have a flight experience. So that'll be coming to you soon. Nadine Bell says, yes, Carlene, your travel insurance vlog was very informative. Yep, it's only like 3 minutes. It's one of the newer shorts where I think YouTube is doing shorts that are like, over less than 3 minutes. So I tried it then. So yeah, if you want to know like what it's like to use travel insurance, because it's not, again, save your receipts and email. You have to send a lot of documentation. So I walk you through it as I am going through, like how to do a claim. And my claim was accepted. So that's also a key. I filed the claim and it was accepted. So if you watch that little travel insurance tidbit, it shows you all that you need to get a refund for a cancellation, at least. There are other types of paperwork for, like, if it were a health claim or a death claim. But if you want to know how to claim for a travel guard for if you have a delay or cancellation, I have a quick little video YouTube short for that. Cynthia Jackson, welcome in. Cynthia says, Naughty was definitely the glitch in July, although it was not their fault. Trying to get home from the inaugural selling for Utopia of the Seas was crazy. Yeah. And it was like, it happened over a weekend. So it was like, it happened over the weekend. It happened during the summer. And usually because during the summer, that means a little bit of thunderstorms in the Midwest are probably added to the mix. So that was what a time to travel and be alive, because it was like everybody was all stuck at once. Cynthia says on the nice list was the inaugural selling on Utopia, and they loved their experience. Cool. Yeah, I had to cancel the inaugural on Utopia. It was too much money for a Ford. No, I know why I canceled. I'm gonna put Royal Caribbean on the naughty list for that one, for the rollback of the inaugural Utopia of the Seas. So yes, I was supposed to be on the original inaugural of Utopia of the Seas, and then, which they should have did anyway. So initially, Utopia, you all know, Utopia of the Seas is supposed to be the ultimate weekend experience, right? Well, they were going to roll out the inaugural, the ultimate weekend experience on a Monday. And I guess somebody got with the program, which makes total sense, and actually did the true inaugural was actually over a weekend. But it pushed it back for the date that I had. So I would have been paying, it was over $2,000 for a second peak. And then they had like all these preview sailings. So I ended up canceling, but I do have Utopia Seas back in the pipeline somewhere. So hopefully that'll be happening soon. TJ's Destination is here saying hello, everybody. Hello, TJ's Destination. Welcome in. Leon and Terry's Dream Vacations are saying happy holidays, everybody. Happy holidays and welcome in. Folks are speaking. Keisha H is welcoming everybody. Thank you, thank you. Drita Parker's in the building saying, hey, see in chat. Happy holidays, everyone. All right, let's get ready. It's been 46 minutes. Let's get ready to do this trip announcement, and then I will wrap up the comments in the chat. So, as you all know, hi y'all. My name is Carlene. This is the Monday Meetup. I don't go live every Monday, but when I go live, there is a trip announcement. And this week is usually the Monday before I travel. We are heading to Cape Town, South Africa. Woo! Yes, if you follow me a lot, you know that South Africa has been, I can't remember, it's been 8 times. I lost count. But it's usually one of my places that I go to for the new year. However, there is a twist, because I know some of y'all were like, I know South Africa, you're going back, favorite place in the world, blah, 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 blah. But I actually, and this one is thanks to MH Family Adventures. So I already knew I was going to be on this side of the world for New Year's. So at some point, I think that was like February. Yes. The leap year, Rockwell had shared some information about there was a leap year special on Celestial Journey or Celestial Cruises. I never heard of Celestial Cruises, not on my radar, but they were offering a leap year special just on the 29th of February. So that's something to be mindful of too, whenever the next leap year comes around. Look out for these travel deals, y'all. They had like a $400 cruise, $400 7-day cruise out of Doha. Well, I was like, if you all know a little bit about, traveling, flights, etc., frequently from DC to Doha, Doha down to Cape Town is a route. It's actually one of the routes I took before going to South Africa. So when Raquel says, this is 7-night cruise, desert days out of Doha, and it was leaving January, went over my window of being out of town. I was like, oh, I can pop down to South Africa and then make my way back, because I can just basically plan the flight. So I'll make sure I stop in Doha and then come on back home. So not only I'll be ringing the New Year's in South Africa, and that one won't be solo. It will be, I'm meeting my group of friends who usually do it are coming. It's a smaller group this year. It's about five of us. We don't have the big group of like 13, 15 people. It's 5 of us this time around. But after I'm done with them, I'm flying up to Doha, and I'll be getting on Celestial Journeys for a 7-night cruise, 7-night desert days cruise, which who would have thought, like, you can cruise out of Doha? So the stops are, hold on, where's my travel book bag? The stops are, and it's like a hell of an itinerary. So thanks again, Raquel, for sharing. So, okay, let me focus. So the price is like $400 for a 7-day cruise. So hell yeah, we're doing $400 7-day cruise. Absolutely. The answer is always yes to that. Then I saw like what the itinerary was, and I was like, double hell yeah. So it goes from, it'll be Doha, which Doha now is its own vibe. I've actually been to Doha, had a long layover, left the airport, but was just there for the evening and then caught my flight. But since Doha has hosted the World Cup, it has become like a bigger destination. They've opened up a lot of new hotels, a lot of man-made beaches, and just little things to kind of get tourism going. But it goes to Bahrain. We are overnight in Dubai, which I've been to Dubai. I'm actually not excited about that one. I can put Dubai on the naughty list, but I'll save that conversation for another day. But it's overnight in Dubai. Kasab, Oman. So Oman, never thought I would be going to Oman. Surbani Yas Island, which is in the UAE. Not really sure what that has. I haven't done a lot of research on that location. It doesn't seem like there's a ton, but never heard of it. Going to Abu Dhabi, which is interesting that we're sailing to Abu Dhabi because you can literally drive, like the distance from Baltimore to DC is the same as going from Dubai to Abu Dhabi. But I kind of liked Abu Dhabi a little more than Dubai because Abu Dhabi had that when I went back, and I don't remember when I had caught a glitch fair. I don't know if y'all remember that Christmas glitch fair that came out. Oh my gosh, what year was that? But basically it was like Abu Dhabi was on sale, etc. Anyway, I can stay on topic. But I found Abu Dhabi to be more at that time, more authentic than Dubai. Dubai seemed like the Las Vegas of the UAE. Abu Dhabi had a little more still like its Middle Eastern roots kind of still. And then, of course, ends back in Doha. And then that will help me break up the flight back home. So I will go up and then over. So yeah. And I gifted myself on the way to, I was like, it's Christmas. So I gifted myself a ride in the Q Suite for Christmas. So that's going to be fun. So y'all stay tuned. Tune into Instagram. I will probably be a little delayed. So I'll probably have some stuff on my Instagram account in real time. But then when I get to South Africa, I'll probably start posting like a day or two behind just for safety reasons. And then I'm going to try to go live at some point. So yeah, those are my New Year's plans. So let's see what y'all have in the chat. And welcome in 37 people. So we are doing land-based New Year's and we are cruising. So basically you hear my last trip of 2024 will be in one of my favorite places, which I always find like, it's something about like the sun in South Africa. But I always end up there whenever I just need like the biggest like reset. And there's some of you might know, like I finished up like a term I was an elected official and I was like finished up that term completely like exhausted. Like I've been running on fumes for like the last 2 months. Like, come on, Jesus. So it'll be really good to like get back and get reset there. And then kick off the new year doing something like a truly unique cruise experience. So yeah. Keisha H says, I was so glad that I had traveled across country 2 days in advance of my cruise and was on Southwest Airlines. Yeah, anyway, because yeah, Southwest had their own glitch. Was that November 2023 or something like that? So they had already glitched out. So they were running smoothly when everybody else was melting. Feeling these travel sprees in the building. Welcome in and congratulations on that beautiful baby girl. I probably watched that one short and unhealthy amount of times where she's rolling her eyes at you, Phil. Crazy Homebody Girl says it was here in DC, Navy Yard, Navy. Oh, the Homewood Suites in Navy Yard. Oh, that's where you can go up and you can see the Nat Stadium, I think, at the rooftop. Girl, why were you in the Homewood Suites here in DC? I need answers. MH Family Adventure says, I agree. NCL's on her naughty list too. Damn. She said she did not like Sky, and the way they keep canceling cruises is crazy. Like, why is Norwegian canceling cruises? Does anybody know that? I've only did Norwegians. I only did one Norwegian cruise, and that was on Prima. So I am like, I had a really good experience. I can see how it wasn't a ton to do, but I like the spaces on the Prima. When I say spaces, like the outdoor areas. Well, not the Lido deck. That was a really small Lido deck. But I liked some of the lounge areas on the sides and in the back of the ship. But that spa on Prima was really good. I heard really great things about Breakaway and Getaway, so I need to try that out. But yeah, I need to get back on Norwegian to kind of, I feel like that's one of the lines I did once and have not been back. So I need to get back on there. Folks are saying lovely and woohoo. And Miss Breeze says, that's exciting. Yes, I have not been to South Africa in 2 years. So that if you want to see what some of it is like, that was probably my only land-based vlog that's like really took off. It had like 9,000 views. Like I learned that cruises like watching cruises and not necessarily land-based, but I just love showing all my travels. But the last time I went to South Africa, I have a vlog for that. So hopefully I'll catch some new experiences. And of course, take y'all along with me. But if you are interested in seeing like some of the play-by-play, interested in seeing like what it's like to fly Qatar Airlines, tune into my Instagram, which is C_, and I'll be doing kind of cranking out some real-time content as we go. So yeah. Yes, back to the motherland, Cape Town bound. Yep, it was $400. Oh, let me finish telling you my story on that one, Miss Sydney. So the cruise was like $400 for 7 days. And so because, I was like $400, I splurged, and for like $624, was able to get like a drink package, $150 excursion, and some other things, like a day, 60 minutes a day of Wi-Fi. So I upcharged. Really, I just wanted a drink package. So I went ahead and splurged to get that. So it'll be interesting to experience Celestial Journeys. It's a Greek-based cruise, or Celestial Cruises. The ship is called Journey, Celestial Journey. It'll be interesting to get that experience out of Doha. And now I have to plan like where I want to stay in Doha. I'm debating if I want like, it depends on like how hard we will party in South Africa, but I'm debating if I want to like do like a beach kind of resort for a day, because I'll be flying back into Doha the day before my cruise. So actually the night and evening and a day. So I'm debating if I want to like go the cheap route, that's kind of closer to stuff, or do I want to like just relax a little more? And they have now a bunch of resorts that they have built on these like man-made beaches. So I need to figure out what I want to do. If there's anything y'all want to see, let me know. My cruising family says, nice. Are you flying Qatar? Yes, I'm flying Qatar Airways. So yeah, at that point, and that's how I was able to tag on the cruise Celestial Journey. So I knew I was going to go to South Africa, but I had not bought my ticket yet. So then when I booked the cruise, I basically, what I did was I did a multi-destination ticket. So I booked DC, I'll stop in Doha. So basically my flight is from DC to Doha, which is, 13 hours? 12 or 13 hours. Then Doha down to Cape Town, which is 9-ish hours. And then on my way back, I'll fly 9 hours to Doha, cruise, and then it'll be like 14 or 15 hours back home to DC. So that breaks up the leg coming back a little bit. MH Adventure says, yes, it was a great deal. Wish I could have made that one. I know you were plotting on it because you were thinking you were going to be on that side of the world at one point too. So yeah, and I've never like really cruised around like the New Year holiday, so that will be cool as well. Liam says SA would be nice to go have fun and vlog. Yes. I would definitely have fun, and it's like now being done my term on the board. It doesn't look like I'll be adjuncting in the spring, I don't think. So literally I now will have just like my vlog, like my YouTube channel and travel stuff. And then like I'll have my full-time job. Like I'll be down to like one job and a side hustle. So I feel like it's going to be like a really good, just like breath of fresh air, like no crazy emails while I'm traveling. Like I'm excited for like the rest. But if you want to see the last time, I have a vlog already out that's from my last time going to South Africa. So that is on my channel. It's a playlist called Land Lovers. Keisha says she's excited, y'all. Crazy on My Girls can't wait to see that vlog for that. Yes, it'll be interesting. We got a question. Thank you, Miss Sydney. She says, is $400 solo price? Yes, $400 was just for me. So it wasn't the double, like it wasn't 400 times 2. It was $400. So I was like, ooh, I'm a splurge. So $624 was I added a drink package, which will be interesting because it seemed like I can't remember if there was already beer and wine included, and I usually just kind of drink wine anyway, but I just figured like why not. Oh good, thank you. Okay, so my Christmas family, I need to hit you up. This is why we kick it. Like, thank you. So my Christmas family says we stayed on board. Oh, you stayed on board. Damn it. Well, I'm gonna ask you anyway, Peter. If you like, what do you pick your brain for some information for Serbani Yachts? Because I literally was like, I don't know what this is. And it seems like there is a group for this. It's not a group for because they don't have. It's not the same culture as like how like US, like, you can say Independence of the Seas, December 5th, and you'll find your sailing. They have pockets of Facebook groups for the different sailing types. So I found one Facebook group that was like desert days, multiple desert days itineraries. But everybody for Serbani Yachts is pretty much like it's a small place with like wildlife. And if you know me, I don't do nature like that. So I don't know. I got to pick your brain for that one. She said it could have been a beach day. Well, I love a beach. Miss Bree Bruce says, yes, treat yourself. Yes. Christmas in a Q suite. I'm excited about that. Hopefully my goal is to come hydrated and well rested so I can experience all that has to offer. MH Adventure says, if I recall correctly, the cruise is like 500, 600 for 2. So the 400 would have been a solo rate. Yep, that's right. Yep, I didn't pay. So it was nowhere near 1,000. And I was just like, heck yeah. Like, I don't have to fly all the way back home in one day. And it was kind of like, I love going to South Africa, but it has gotten to a point that I'm like, I didn't want to spend like my friends will be there for almost 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks, maybe 8 days. I can't remember. But the last time I went, I stayed there for like 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I stayed there almost till MLK Day. So this time I was like, I don't want to be there that long. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, cool. Like, I can make the most of this flight, but then I can also experience something different. Because I think at one point I was even thinking about like not even going with the group, and I was going to maybe like go somewhere. Like, I think I was looking at Bali, but then I was seeing that I don't think this is a good time for Bali. So yeah. So it all worked out. Yes, love a self-love gift. And that's the issue. Anything I buy this time of year is always a self-love gift. And what I did actually was like, so I bought the ticket and I think I used some points, but then like, if they don't sell enough of their Q suites, they put them kind of on sale pre-flight. So there was a sale price. I mean, it was still the price, but you don't like whatever the retail is for that. I didn't buy it for retail, but it wasn't upcharged. Basically, if they have any unsold suites, they'll sell them to you. And you can also, like, if you check in on the airport, you can see what the cost of the upgrade there is too. So it looks like the plan is to go there. Now coming back, I'll be, I think, roughing in the economy, but I'll probably just ask them whenever I check in on my way back home, like, is there anything available? And if it's not too crazy in the range, I might do it on the way back home. I definitely probably won't do it coming from South Africa up, that's only 9 hours. I can do that. But it's just be them longer flights. My old bones can't do it anymore. Hey, Autobot Diva, welcome in. MH Family Adventures says, and what is a lecker? Can I say that out loud? Is that appropriate? Is that one of their soccer teams? MH Family Adventures says, looking forward to this content, Carlene. I hope to take that same itinerary soon. Cool. Yes, I will definitely be sharing it. I need to figure out how to make some more room on my camera reels. My cruising family says, I love NCL Sky, but that was years ago to Cuba. They offer one of the best overnight options for Cuba back then. Other than that, I enjoy NCL Escape too. Yeah, I have not done NCL. My cruising family says, my MH Family Adventure says, I would love to cruise Cuba. I was born in Guantanamo Bay. Wow. Gitmo was closed now, right? But it was open back in okay, that's amazing. Crazy homebody girl. Are you military? Was your family military? Crazy homebody girl says, I just wanted to be out of the house without being away. Oh, it was over Memorial Day weekend. Yes, that's how I feel whenever I'm home for DC for 4th of July and whenever I'm home for New Year's, because they like to shoot their fireworks and, not the fireworks we were thinking about. So I like to not be home for 4th of July and New Year's. So I totally get a staycation. Cynthia Jackson says, I want to try new cruise ships, Norwegian Aqua in 25 or Luna in 26. Yeah, Aqua wasn't on my radar, but when they announced that they were going to have Prince as a show, I was like, sign me up. So, but I don't know when. It's like I've already booked 5 cruises, I think, for 2026. So 2025 is already fully booked for me, y'all. I can't sneak too much in 2025. It has to be short, sweet, and cheap. And 2026, I already have deposits on, I think, 5 cruises. So we are already getting there for 2026. My goal is not to add anything else, just to be able to have some flexibility. If something pops up that I really want to do, I can do that. But yep, we're already booked for next year, and 2026 is starting to fill up. Leo says, you have to have the drink package. Yes, because I am learning that I can't do the not have drink package thing. My bill be out of control after I get off these ships. Keisha H says, better and better. Really looking forward to this upcoming adventure. Cool. Yes, stay tuned. I'm excited. For sure. So I'll have, and it's like the best of both worlds, because I'll be with my friends I'll be in Cape Town one day solo. And then I'll have my friends, and then I'll get to have my solo experience on the cruise ship and for a day in Doha. So that will be cool to kind of balance out the having people around me, but then also be able to do my own thing. Yes, connect on IG so you can see the play-by-play of all the things. And yes, turn on those notification bells. Oh, okay. MH Family Dad was Navy, and the Autobot Diva says, yes, you can say lekker aloud. It means awesome. Okay, cool, hype. Afrikaans is my second language. Wow. It's like a big deal down there to know Afrikaans. So yeah. So yep, we made it an hour. So we got to talk about what were the things on the naughty list, what were the things on the nice list. And you got to hear how I am closing out 2024, and then how I'll be starting 2025. So yeah. So thank y'all for tuning in. Of course, hit the notification bells. I'm going to probably go live one time while I'm in South Africa, at least. I'll probably go live out of Doha, probably for Sail Away. It will be a time difference, so I don't know. I'll try to get it around times that people might be awake here. But yeah, but you all, we made it through 2024, the good, the bad, the indifferent. We made it. We're still here. So y'all be grateful for that. Make sure you all take this time to rest, love upon your loved ones. Remember those who have gone before us. And set some good intentions. When you're thinking about New Year's, everybody thinks about things you don't want to do, things you want to take away from yourself. things you want to cut back on, but think about like what you want to give yourself. Think about how you want to enhance. Don't think about it as, a way of like, oh, I'm roll back, but what can you give yourself? How can you progress as you are setting those New Year resolutions and intentions? And as you all know, I love to end my live streams on a positive note. Two quick announcements. The Good Government Getaway, since we're in 2025, is still happening. Labor Day 2025 on Virgin Voyages Valiant Lady. We have a few cabins booked. So if you want to join for that, that's basically how to maximize your PTO and get away on a holiday. So we will be doing a 5-day Dominican day sailing. The last time I checked that price, the cabins are starting at $1,100. So if you're interested in that, email me at seeitwithc@gmail.com. I will probably be slow to respond these next couple of weeks as I'm really trying to let my brain breathe. But if I'm drinking coffee or something like that, I'll be probably answering emails, booking people. But I just won't be as on it. If you don't hear back from me at all, make sure you have the right email. And then, of course, I am teaming up for the ultimate solo group cruise with Sig the Solo Cruiser and the Jen Danielle Experience for the ultimate solo cruiser on Celebrity Reflection, which is in 2026. So if you're making your 2026 travel goals, deposits were still $100 when I looked earlier this week. And the rooms have tickered up a little bit, but you can still get on for about $1,200-ish starting at that price. So if you're interested in those, email me at seeitwithc@gmail.com. If you're thinking about planning anything, or you're thinking about your family travel or your solo travel goals, I'm happy to help you with that. I got a few people out in these solo travel streets this year with some coaching. I had one person, I was like, she's about to cancel, but end up having the time of her life. So if you are interested in, just booking something, just email me, seeitwithc@gmail.com. We got a lot of holiday wishes coming through, but I think I was going to end on my original positive note. What is that? I think it was going to be Liam, which was enjoy your trip. Have a very Merry Christmas. Good night, everyone. Safe travels and happy holidays. Yes, safe travels to all of you who are probably getting out and about, or even if you're staying at home for New Year's, make sure, you're being safe. Get that designated driver, or just stay home. Sydney Stephan says, but just be safe out there. These holiday times, it's interesting. While holiday times can have a lot of joy, holiday times often have a lot of, tough times too, whether it's losing loved ones or a lot of just weird accidents and incidents often happen sometimes around these times. So y'all be safe out there as people are partying and getting behind the wheel. Y'all just be safe. I don't know why I was inclined to say that, but y'all be safe. Sydney says, thanks for sharing. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. Yes, Happy New Year. All right, y'all. I will hit your notification bells and travel starts this week. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year. Good night.